Happy America Day! Woo! The one firework weapon in the game added to celebrate America's, I guess, Declaration of Independence, I suppose, and July 4th, 17 date that I don't remember off the top of my head. So the Freedom's Herald is one of those weapons that a lot of people cast aside. I have a few diehard friends who are really into this weapon, and after using it today, I can honestly agree with them. I think this is actually a really cool weapon that a lot of people just don't use anymore, and it's very similar to the Tiny Instrument of Death. It performs very, very similarly in the fact that you're shooting a one-shot pistol, reloading after every shot, and explodes on impact. The Tiny Instrument of Death is something that you can control and fly around the map like a rocket launcher, but the Freedom's Herald also doesn't use 8 energy cells per shot, explodes on impact, and is not something you can control, so it's just like a big firework. That's exactly what you're shooting. So the build we went with was critical damage, reload, and then damage to the matching, 6 perk. But I would argue that double damage might be a lot more consistent, and you can even go double reload on this if you really want to spam shots. So I think double reload damage and then matching your 6 perk could be the best way to like spam off a ton of shots as fast as possible. If I were to use this myself, and I might even be leveling up a copy, reload double damage, matching 6 perk would be the way to go. I think slowed and snared and affliction are the only 2 perks you could get on this, but if there is somehow another 6 perk you can get, then damage to miss monsters and bosses would be another good way to go. And that's literally it for the perks. The elements guide will be in the description below if you guys want to figure out the right element for this, but I wanted to talk about this weapon even more because it is so basic that the perks are just one and done. Like, what else do you want me to tell you? You're shooting 1 shot per shot, so maximizing that reload directly correlates to your DPS, and crit builds are really sketchy. You're going to have to be rolling the dice a lot. Just look at how much trouble I had with the smasher right here. It took forever, but when you do crit, it does a ton of damage. I don't like gambling. I think a double damage build might be the best way to go, seeing as it's only a slight, like 9% lower DPS on average, and you are going to have to fire off multiple shots anyway, so I don't know. There's arguments on both sides, but the Freedom's Herald was something I was recommended to cover because it's America's birthday today, and I figured, well, this isn't going to be a very big topic, so figured I'd give it a little bit of a chat. So there you go. I don't have much else to say about this. I think it's really fun for crowd clearing. In terms of pistols, by the way, this is one of those weapons, much like the Tiny Instrument of Death, that was actually one of the very first explosive weapons that could be shadow shards. So you can put Sunbeam on this weapon, which is what I highly recommend, and it'll do a lot of damage in crowds of enemies. You can see we were even in a exploding death burst zone, which is not something I would love to use, especially for a weapon like this, but even with the enemies healing each other, I was actually performing pretty well. And this is a 140 zone, by the way, and I was solo. Eternal left the game after he dropped me the copy. Huge shouts to him. So that was impressive to me. I was surprised. Like, this isn't just a meme video. This is a weapon that's actually good. That's something I like to see. I like to see it a lot. So, like I said, I don't know if I'll be maxing this out next stream or anything. Don't hold me to it, but I'll probably be using this more and more because that was fun, and I do want to revisit this. I'll link my best pistol loadout in the description below. That's kind of an old video, but it'll help you explain kind of what I'm using here. But that's it for me, guys. Use code Mista at your checkout. Support the channel. Become a channel member here today if you guys want to get some of these awesome perks. Join our Discord, link below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a nice day. Happy birthday, America. And then